Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, May 6, 2015 on a Wednesday, as we say, hump day in our trading week. Absolutely in the middle. We have a full day of trading ahead. Welcome, and I am coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where it is bright blue, sunny skies and white sandy beaches and very hot. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders got a lot to talk about today. Got 6 currency pairs to go over, some wild charts from yesterday. So let's get started. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I am your moderator for the market opening preview series and also the Friday wrap-up, which we do after the New York close. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. 2008, I came to Thailand to celebrate my 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, well, I'm still here and I'm still trading Forex. I trade Forex every single day. I'm in the markets. I'm looking for opportunities and probabilities that are going to benefit me so my trades are successful. And no, I do not win every trade. I took 2 losses last week, in fact. So that's just the way it goes. And I took 1 yesterday, so it's okay. And yesterday was a horrible trading day, by the way. So I do trade a lot, and I'm very involved in trading, and that is what is very important. You cannot do this as a hobby. If you're doing this as a hobby, you will lose your tail. So you can do it part-time, but you can't do it as a hobby. You have to stay involved with the markets and know what's going on. All right, enough about me and that. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer and our legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, most important, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's head over to the news and commentary today. Let's see how the indices closed yesterday. The US 30 was negative 0.79%. The S&P 500 was negative 1.18%. And the NASDAQ was negative 1.55%. And the Russell 2000 was also negative 1.10%. Heading on over to the Eurozone, let's take a look at the DAX, closed negative 2.51%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.84%, with the CAC 40 closing at negative 2.12%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed negative 2.38%. A lot of red in the markets. All right, let's come on over to Asia, where Tokyo is still on holiday till tomorrow, 24 hours from now. They'll be back up and running, but they are on holiday. They call it Golden Week. Not quite sure what that means, but that's the holiday that they're on, and they are closed. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia closed negative 1.74%, and the Shanghai is negative 4.06%, with the Hang Seng also negative at 1.31%, and the Kospi is negative at 1.33%. Traders, I'm showing the Shanghai and the Hang Seng as not opened, so they might be on holiday also, because I'm showing them as not open as of yet, and they should have opened a half hour ago, so 30 minutes ago. So that's what's going on with the indices. A lot of red out there, and we'll have to research and find out what is going on. All right, let's take a look at our data today. We have a full day today, being Wednesday, May 6th. We had some negative news come out of New Zealand. They had unemployment change. It was 0.7 versus 0.8. Their unemployment rate is 5.8 versus 5.5. Now, labor cost index came out at 0.3 versus 0.4. So they had some pretty negative data coming out. We do have coming out in Asia today, and I'm doing this recording before this news comes out, but we have retail sales out of Australia today. So we will keep an eye on that. In the London session, 90 minutes into the London session, we have the Great British Pound has Services PMI coming out. And out of the U.S., we have ADP non-farm employment change, and also out of the U.S. with high impact is prelim unit labor cost quarter on quarter. So quite a mixed day, I would have to say. Also, just to stir it up a little bit, we have Fed Chairwoman Yellen speaking today. Yes, Auntie Yellen is speaking today in the New York session about 45 minutes. Nope, that's not correct. 15 minutes before the U.S. stock market opens, she will be speaking. And out of Canada, high impact, we have IV PMI coming out today. So quite a mix of data coming out. And if we just take a peek at tomorrow, we do have unemployment change tomorrow, Thursday, the 7th, coming out in the Asia session for those of you who trade Asia. So quite a mix of data for today, and I presume that's a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, we need data, we need fundamentals. If there was no fundamentals, we'd have no trading, so it's really important that we have that. Yesterday was a very strange trading day. It took a long time for the markets finally to wake up and start making some moves. There was some data that came out 90 minutes into the London session and did this big, I think it came out of the pound, and I don't quite remember, to be honest with you. But anyhow, it whipsawed about 70 pip candle and just threw the markets in a conundrum of mayhem, and took the markets a while to get back into shape. And really was like London lunch before the market started to make some moves, and made some good moves. The euro gave us two nice entries yesterday, and on both entries you would have made profit. So we'll take a look at the charts today, and you'll see that, yeah, there was some good moves yesterday. And I'm expecting some really good moves today. We have a lot of data, and that's definitely going to make an impact in our trading. Like I said, don't knock fundamentals. We need fundamentals. Fundamentals moves the market, and that's what we need. All right, traders, we are going to head over here and take a look at some 60-minute Forex charts. And as usual, we're going to start with the euro dollar. Why the euro is strong, I have no idea, because the dollar is not weak. So I don't understand it, but it's in an uptrend, and as long as this keeps bouncing up, we're just going to keep buying it. And what we have here is we're just looking for a bullish candlestick to get into this trade, but it looks like we're going to have to look for that to happen, and I probably wouldn't expect to see that until the London Open, unless this data out of the Aussie comes out and really whacks the market and moves this. But that's not usually what will happen on the euro. So we'd love to see it come back to 1.1165, and we'll take profit at 1.1302. So you have plenty of room. Even if this doesn't give us a bullish candlestick formation right now, we have time to wait. There's no rush to enter into this trade, but this is a nice looking trade. Hopefully it'll continue to the upside. And the 200 exponential moving average has no impact on this chart. All right, let's get over to the pound. Pound yesterday didn't do very much there. It just did that one move, and that was about it. It's hovering and hanging out at the 200 exponential moving average. You can see I marked where support is, which is the bottom of the fib. And we want this to come above the 200. We want to buy the pound dollar. The pound is bullish, okay? The pound is bullish. If you look at the daily chart, and we just want this, we had 2 with 3 red days, and now we've got a blue day, an up day starting today. So I'm expecting this to come to the upside, so I'm bullish on the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie's a little different today. It's did that big move. This was the move yesterday that I must have been talking about, that threw the markets for a whirl. This pair today is, as you can see, this chart, you would say, well, William, this is bullish, right? Well, if you look at, yesterday, yes, it's bullish. But if you look to the left of the chart, it's extremely bearish. If you look at the daily chart, it's bearish. So I'm looking to sell this, and I'd like to see this trend line break at 0.7913, and we'll just take this to the downside. There's no reason to get crazy with this. We just want to sell it. And, if it breaks previous resistance, which looks like, it could do that at 79.65 or somewhere around there, then we would have to reanalyze and see what's going on. But I expect this to come back down. The issue is we have data coming out, and until we get what happens with that data, this can change the whole story. So see what happens before the London Open. I check your charts about an hour or 2 hours before the London Open and see where the Aussie is at. But I am bearish as far as my bias for this pair. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie, another pair that's didn't do very much yesterday. Again, I'm bearish in this. The daily chart remains bearish. I'm bearish, but this needs to break this 200 exponential moving average at 1.4046. If this breaks that price level, we're going to sell this, and this thing is heading down. We have one spot of support, and that looks like at 39.55 area, 65 area, and then we're clear to the downside. There's nothing left of the chart, so we have a wide open space, and we got plenty of room to sell this. So I just need this to break that 200 exponential moving average. And let's take this to the downside. I really have no intentions of buying this. I know I put a arrow up there to the upside. And if you notice where the arrow is above that resistance left of the chart. So it would have to break that and before I would consider entering into this trade. But I am bearish in the Euro Aussie. Euro Yen has absolutely done nothing, and that's probably because the yen has been on a holiday for the last 3 days. But we're in a 75 pip range here. I'd like to see this just bounce up to that 134.40 area, and I'd like to sell this. This pair is bearish, so I want to sell it, and that's really about it. We'll take profit at 132, 35, and or right at the 200 if you want to wait for it to come down that far, and we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to move this pair today, unless it's the euro. So this is. But as you can see, it's been pretty non-productive for quite some amount of time. We keep getting stuck in these ranges. So tomorrow, Tokyo comes back into the market, and that's a good thing. And we'll hopefully get some price action. And the last pair of the day is our New Zealand dollar. Great trade yesterday. What a beautiful trade. Just worked out perfectly. And basically, we're just going to repeat the same thing. I put a new fib on the chart. We're looking for this to get us pull back here at the 38.2 at 0.7515 and sell it. That's the best we can say. Just sell it. If it goes higher than that, you know what? When you get a bearish candlestick formation, I go to a lower time frame chart, get some confirmation. Again, I want to sell the New Zealand dollar. All right, traders, that wraps up our currency pairs. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Traders, please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, I wish you the best. Grab those profits, enjoy your trading day, and trade smart and not hard, and at the same time, have a little bit of fun. Take care, traders. See you next time. Bye-bye.